Hi, I'm Felix. In this video I'm going to show you how to reference materials with SmartRefs for 3ds Max. Referencing materials can be a very powerful tool in any kind of production, having the same advantages of referencing models or any other kind of asset. You can have only one file where you have stored a set of materials that could be used on dozens or hundreds of files. And if you need to make a modification, it is done only in the source file. The other scenes are updated automatically. The way that you actually do this is by referencing objects that have the materials assigned. You can just pick the material with the material editor and assign it in the master scene to any object that you want. Every time that the reference scene is reloaded, the materials are updated. So in this case I have prepared my source scene. I have here 5 spheres, each having a different material. I could make them not renderable to make sure they won't display in renders later on. But the important thing to have in mind here is to not change the name of the materials later. They have to stay the same. The name of the objects themselves doesn't actually matter. In the master scene I have several elements and I want them to have the reference materials. So I go to the SmartRefs dialog box and reference the source file. Now I just pick the materials and just assign them where I need to do so. These first are not renderable, but I can even delete them here in the master scene, and the material still will be referenced. And so, every time that I make a modification to the materials in the source file, they are updated in the master file with no issues at all. For example, changing the diffuse value here, or the tail end of this texture, and let's change the bitmap of this one. Then I open the master file, and here we can see the changes as well. If in some situations you need to make custom adjustments to the materials in the master scene, you can do so without losing the ability to update the materials. Only modified parameters are preserved and the other ones are updated. For example, if in this scene the specular values look too strong for this specific lighting, but in the other scenes the specular is okay, the right thing to do is to change the specular only in this particular scene and not in the source file. The good thing is that if later on any other parameter, for example the diffuse value, need to be modified in all the scenes, it can be done in the source file and it's still updated in this master file. Well, I hope you find this useful. If you haven't tried SmartRefs, give it a go and see how your production pipeline can improve a lot by using this powerful tool for 3ds Max. Watch the other videos in this channel or go to smartrefs.com to know more.